Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Hafiz bin Mohideen. I'm a final year student from UiTM Jasin and I'm currently majoring in data communication and networking. The reason I make this video today is to present my final year project titled Smarthon, a mobile application for marathon races using proximity beacon as a checkpoint. So without further ado, let's proceed to the introduction of this project. Not to forget, I'd like to thank my supervisor, my examiner and my lecturer for helping me throughout completing this project. Even Malaysians have grabbed the running bug, which is evident every weekend in various running events, drawing adverse people. But in the midst of the passion of athletes who love their morning with finishes in hand, the Standard Chartered Kuala Lumpur Marathon team has gone through more than 300 possibilities of running cheats. Last year, out of 35,000 results, it's a small percentage, but worth watching over because nobody likes cheaters. The problem statement of this project is first, participants not knowing the route they should take, which result them to get lost in the marathon races. Next, participants tend to skip route by taking shortcuts and other alternatives in order to get to the finish line. The objective of this project is first to develop a mobile application that can interact with beacon as a checkpoint and able to navigate the user in the race. Next, the use of beacon as a checkpoint in the marathon race. And lastly, to navigate participants to the correct route along the race. There are two project scopes. First one is technology. Flutter framework. This framework uses Dart language and Flutter widget to develop a mobile application. Next is beacon. Beacon is used as a checkpoint in this project. And lastly, GPS, Google Map. GPS is used for Google Map to provide a route map for the participant. We're going to use the Google Map API to implement the Google Map function in the mobile application later on. The target user is first the admin of the application. In this application, there's only one admin that handles all the participants in the application. The next user is participant in the marathon. Participant in the marathon is the people that enter the marathon and have a smartphone to use the application. The methodology used in this project is SDLC, System Development Life Cycle, which has 6 phases. The first phases is information gathering. Then we proceed to planning, where we plan on how to do the project, the hardware requirement and software requirement. Next is the design phase, where we design the system use case, flowchart, ERD, the physical design, the architecture, and the UI. And then we proceed to development, where we do the actual development on the project by using Flutter, Beacon, and Google Map API. Then we proceed to testing, where we conduct a testing experiment to see the outcome of the result. And lastly is documentation, where we compile all the phases, all the chapter into one whole document of thesis. The system works when a user, a runner in a marathon, use a Smarthon application and he's approaching, let's see, checkpoint 1. The checkpoint 1 will broadcast a unique UUID, and when the application receive the UUID, it will check whether is it coming from a UUID from checkpoint 1. If it's true, then only the phone will accept the beacon as a checkpoint. If say the UUID from the beacon is different, then the phone will not accept the beacon signal as a checkpoint. This will prevent runners from skipping route or checkpoint. If they miss one checkpoint, let's say they skip checkpoint 1 and they go straight to checkpoint 2, the application will not accept the UUID from checkpoint 2 as a checkpoint 1, and there will be no records that the participant has passed through all of the checkpoint. Thus uh, we can recognize who is cheating in this marathon. Last but not least is testing methodology. So we conduct a test on the beacon. So the first test is the beacon range. We did the beacon range because we want the lowest broadcast signal, because we want the participant to be as close as possible to the checkpoint beacon, so that we can get the most accurate time when they pass through the checkpoint. So from the experiment, we did get around 4.43 meter of the beacon range, so it's considered very reliable to act as a checkpoint. Next, we did the multiple checkpoint beacon in the same area to find whether multiple checkpoint beacon in the same area will affect the phone application to detect signal from specific beacon. The results show that even though the phone detects multiple beacon signal, it accepts checkpoint 1 first, then only it will accept another checkpoint beacon signal. This is because the UUID of the checkpoint 1 is already being set, so when the phone detects another checkpoint beacon signal which is not the UUID from the checkpoint 1, it will ignore it. They show that Smarthon application accept the checkpoint beacon one by one starting from checkpoint 1, even though it detects beacon signal from all other checkpoints. Hence, this will prevent the participant from skipping checkpoint en route, because if they tend to skip, their records of passing checkpoint will not be recorded on the app. In conclusion, it is believed that with the development of Smarthon mobile application, all the problems stated above can be catered by using BLE beacon as the checkpoint to prevent cheating, and using Google Map API to create route map to guide and navigate participants along the marathon race. Is the answer to this problem. Thank you for lending me your ears and your precious time. That's all from me. Thank you. Now we're going to show a demo what admin can do. Okay, so I already fill up and sign in. Okay, this is the admin homepage. So right now we're going to try to create an event to post it on the user page. So when the user login, you will see the upcoming event, like the event that is available, something like that. Okay, so first we create new event. So I'm going to put the name mpkg. So I've filled up the time, the location. So now I'm going to put the description. Okay, save. I'm going to add some tag, say half marathon. Okay, now we're going to select the image for the banner. Okay, we're going to select a gallery for, let's say, the jersey of the event. So let's say the JC, okay, it's enough. Okay, now we're going to create the category. The category falls, let's say, on the 10 kilo, started at 20. Okay, and minimum age is 12, 65. So here you need to draw the route of the race. So it's set to be at Merdeka just now, Merdeka Square, Dataran Merdeka.
So I'm going to draw a route. Make a simple route, just not to make it complicated. Okay. So okay, let's say it's a simple route. Then save. So here that is the least that you need to do in order to draw a route. So draw the route. Now you need to add the checkpoint. So add the checkpoint. So checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2, checkpoint 3. Okay, complete. Now you need to set the view, like how will the participant view the route at the user interface. Okay, then save and exit. Okay, so here you can assign the beacon according to the checkpoint. So we also need to place the beacon at the start and also the end, finish line. Okay, save. So we're not going to do it there. We're going to show that we can edit the checkpoint later on at the manage beacon part. Okay, so we're going to add another category. Okay, then create the event. So now we're going to publish it. So publish. You have successfully uploaded the event. Okay, press OK. And now we're going to add the beacon according at the checkpoint. Okay, so this is the event that we created just now. Okay, MPKJ half marathon. Okay, you can see here the gallery. It's all uploaded here. Okay, the category. So the event route. This is how the user will see the page as well. Okay, see the other. Alright, so we're going to edit this category, edit the beacon here. So right now the beacon UID is null because we haven't set it yet. So I'm going to switch on my beacon. Okay, you can see here, it's the first beacon. Okay, so I need 5 beacon total. So second beacon, third beacon, fourth beacon, and last beacon. Okay, so done. Then we save it. Successful update. Okay, nice. Okay, now we're going to the user page. Okay, now we're going to sign in as user. Okay, so this is the event. So this is the event that I created just now. So let's say I want to enter this event. So I just press this. Then I book the event. Okay, you have successfully joined. So you can view where the event that I book here. See, here's the event that I already booked. So let's say the event that I want to go is run out marathon. Okay, so the event is about let's say the event is about to start. So I press this, then I can start the event. Okay. Okay, right now nothing will happen in this page because it requires the geolocation and all the beacon to be in place. So I will do a simulation to show that the function is functionable, is working. So what is supposed to happen here is when it detects checkpoint 1, then the timer will start. Okay, the timer will start. Then every time you pass the checkpoint, the checkpoint will change the icon of the checkpoint. So but right now we cannot demo it here, so I'm going to show a small like a simulation on how this function work. So we're going to do the demo here on the beacon test. So first, okay, we're going to scan the beacon. Okay, we detect the beacon that already on. So say this is the first checkpoint, the second, the third, and the fourth. Okay. Okay, so right now we have 4 checkpoints. So as you can see here, the time is right now is null because it didn't capture any time yet. Okay, so as soon as I press start, right now I need to switch off all the beacon to see the function. Okay, so right now I already switched off all the beacon. Now I press start. You can see here nothing happened, but as soon as I open the beacon from checkpoint 1, the timer will start to run. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so it captured the time 0 because checkpoint 1 assume it has at the start position. Okay, so now I open checkpoint 2. Okay, so it captured the time. And then checkpoint 3. And lastly, checkpoint 4. As soon as it's captured checkpoint 4, it will assume that the last checkpoint is at the finish line, so it will stop the count. It will stop the count. Marks the end of the race. I think that's all the demo of this project. I think that's all. Thank you for watching the demonstration.